Alrighty, let's end day 8, and we should be getting a military coming in cutscene soon. Yeah, exhaustion and health need to be resolved, so probably the same pattern as always, really. We're very consistent around here. The bone horn. If it's anything like the brand, I can probably put the bone horn away, and people will just act like I'm holding it. That's been what's been working so far for me. Is I don't think they care that I don't actually have the item with me most of the time. Oh. I'm actually overflowing with some of this stuff. I've got Novocaine and other objects. Rugs. Rugs. Drugs. Drugs, 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 drugs.
The day is over. Your timely efforts allowed your supporters to remain unharmed. A new mime performance is being rehearsed at the theater.
The theater. I forgot to do the thing. Alright, well, let's check my letters. The Bachelor's Choice is there. Capella's Request, yeah. Aglaia Lilich. On the beings of a higher kind. The foreman claims that the earth is nourished by blood. Could it be that this is the Urdug your father wrote of? There are miraculous creatures all around us. I think some of them so great that we cannot even feel their presence. How can we possibly recognize them? A man would only accept something that he is prepared to acknowledge as a fact. Nevertheless, the town is alive. It has a head, a heart, and a belly. There are veins running through its massive body. The town has its own memory. It breathes, it thinks, and it feels fear. Who knows, perhaps the town can even feel love. A world in which towns have a heartbeat is a world I want to live in. I want to feel the earth tossing and turning beneath my feet. So she's apparently a big old fan of this idea of having. Let's get some food done. She's evidently a big old fan of this idea of the earth itself being alive. I think I said it before, but I do think I get the feeling you're inherently not supposed to like that guy because of the way they present him immediately. Like, you get the goose-stepping troops, and then you get him. They may not be goose-stepping themselves, but you have him immediately do that hand gesture that just immediately makes you think, oh, Nazis. He's a Nazi. How's my reputation? Okay. I was a little worried that if he comes into town, I might be instantly in bad shape. You're not gonna, like, shoot me, are you? Alright. Immunity. Wait, drugs. I have a bunch of these I don't need to worry about. There we go, my immunity's up. I have a bunch of them I don't have to worry about brewing more this morning. I'm on top of things there. I'm gonna feel kind of like I really won, like, especially compared to normal, if I... Fortunately, this is the riot zone, and I don't think it's really good for looting. Lack of normal houses. I'm gonna buy the map immediately this time. Get that out of the way. And then I'm gonna go do what I can in the riot zones. Is this place clean? But yeah, this I won't have to worry about the random soldiers murdering me for no reason like before. If I successfully... Oh, this is a plague zone. I won't have to worry about them randomly murdering me for no reason if I can avoid getting infected at all, which straight up was not... like, as the Bachelor, I didn't even consider... Go away faster before that guy gets me. When I was the Bachelor, I didn't even consider that to be an option. There's just so much plague stuff everywhere. The idea of dodging all of it enough to completely avoid becoming infected. Fuck you. Really? Another one? I don't like this. Go away. Fuck you. I hate that. These brown angels need to chill. Hey, there's the giant gun. But yeah, there's so many things to dodge that I didn't even consider the idea of being able to effectively avoid plague entirely as the Bachelor. But suddenly it seems more reasonable because I've got these shockingly effective mixes I've made that give me like 65% immunity while only costing 2% health. Like, the Bachelor had to tank his health bar if he wanted to bump up his immunity. And there was a cost there.
Where are my daredevils?
Oh man, the bastards are all over the place. They'll give us hell now. Make the map yesterday? Yep. Willing to share? You scratch my back, I scratch yours. We're only asking for 1,500 coins. The funds will go to the treatment of a friend of yours, in case you're wondering. We are no hoggers. Sure, here you go. Yeah, I've got a lot still. Oop. The veins get more severe looking? I'm not sure. Wow. Okay. Just head up towards the theater, and as I enter the surrounding areas that aren't the theater itself, everything's in the looting riot mode. The map's getting crowded. Of course, this whole island is totally fine right now. Yeah, it definitely feels like that little bit of maintenance I'm able to do right now that is surprisingly low effort, that leads to me not ever getting infected, makes the whole game easier, because the results of the infection don't affect me. Which I don't know every result of the infection necessarily, but I think it just takes its toll across the board. I think at the very least I think it reduces your, it gives you exhaustion in addition to reducing your health constantly, I think. Or it might just be the health thing. And just you trying to treat your health leads to all the other problems compounding. I'm not super sure. I haven't had a super in-depth version of the stakes necessarily. Whoa, really? Oh. Unexpected. Grief is sick. Of all people, Grief is sick. I could probably treat him. Oh, it's fire. How are we doing on bullets? I only have 10 rifle ammo. 5 revolver ammo. I've got 9 shotgun shells. No, I can get by without Grief today. I've got like 20 rounds. I'll have to come fix him if I need him significantly more later or something. Also, at the end of my rounds, I might try visiting Staunton. I've been forgetting / underutilizing Andre Staunton and the fact that you can trade herbs to him for ammunition and whatnot, which is useful when your alternative is to deal with these damn guys. 76. Yep, that's the better one. I'll save you. Or not. How do I miss so much? We good here? Cool. I got me some bits. So yeah, here's the part where it gets hard to trade items. Because once the soldiers are here, for this whole last quarter of the game, the guards get super rare. Because all the locations where soldiers spawn used to be where guards spawned. And so now instead of those guards, we have No, we have soldiers, and I don't think you can trade with the soldiers. I'll help you, but I don't want to get any closer. Or you got him. How you doing, buddy? Gotta say, though, soldiers clearly get shit done. They're way more effective at fighting the rioters than the people ever were. The militia, which I think were volunteers. So it's not that surprising that they weren't amazing. But they weren't amazing. A nice little routine to go through this place again. I need to visit the food shop though, because I need to keep. I'm still sticking to my plan, even if it never works. I still want to buy. I mean, food in general is a good idea, but also every time I go to a food shop, I try to remember to buy any nuts they sell, because that's something that I can trade with the little girls to get a schmouter, and I can do that. I can do that with stuff that's stored in, most importantly, in the food tab. Because nuts are food, so they go in the rations tab instead of the other tab, which is always overstuffed, and it's really hard to keep stuff on hand. Because my strategy here is, I never know when I'm going to see a little girl. Oh, just an egg. I never know when I'm going to see a little girl that happens to have what I need. Like, finally find the little girl that happens to finally have the schmouter. It could happen on any of the days, it could happen on none of the days. The game could indefinitely screw me forever. It's totally possible. But when it finally happens, I want to be ready. And so, if it happens to be I'm in organ mode and my inventory's full of hearts and shit, then I can't trade with her. But if I do the trade via... do a knife. If I do the trade via nuts, then I can just trade the nuts. Is Vlad sick? Oh, there he goes. Woo! Oh wait, no, Vlad's dead. There's nobody in there. Right? That's the takeaway? This place belongs to the dead. I know that. I've come to pay my respects. You had an opportunity to stop that. I don't want to talk to you, Executor. Yeah, he's dead. He's dead. Just like last time. Body. I'm trying to get to the theater to show you guys the movie. But bodies are everywhere. Oh god. God damn, how did you get that one in? And how did I miss at the same time? You can really tell though, like that was a stab. Look at my health. I lost 2% for using my immunity booster, and I lost that much for getting stabbed just now. Like, getting some little defense from your armor makes a difference. This guy has more organs for me. Unfortunately for the Bachelor, he was perpetually set back for two reasons. He had less money because of the fact that I had to oust so many people for tens of thousands of dollars that one day where you free the prisoners. That's a brutal quest where if you do it, it affects the entire campaign as far as your money's concerned. But in addition to that fact, I wasn't rioting houses. I wasn't counter-rioting and taking what other people would try and take, or whatever. Which isn't a moral thing to do, but it is kind of easy to justify considering that there was already people taking all the shit. And they also attack you on sight, so you don't even have to be all like, oh no, I'm attacking people. It's like, no, they try to murder you the moment you walk in, so it's really easy to justify fighting back. That said, it's easy to... I definitely think that the act of going from house to house like this feels more like a Haruspex behavior than a Bachelor one. I feel like it'd be weirder for the Bachelor to do this stuff. But for the Haruspex, for the Ripper, I'm like, alright, cool, he's already ripping 4 organs out of everybody he finds.
Do you see now how many mysteries the Earth holds? The more terrifying the mystery, the deeper it lies, and the fewer wells can reach them.
The bowels of the Abattoir were turned inside out. There are beasts there.
It's filled with roots and dirt. The underground doors opens easily, but you can only go through if there's a grave behind it. Hopefully you catch my drift?
There's nothing to lose anyway. The soldiers will be here tomorrow. Let's risk it.
You're free to go anywhere. To the right, to the left, upwards, and even downwards a bit. You're welcome to make sure there are no tricks.
Who cares? It's all the same in the end.
Don't suppose you'll ever... What did I just press? Oh, that's today's quest. I was like, why is there a blank menu in this game?
The commander and the inquisitor haven't had a meeting? A bad sign.
Yep, he always just never has as much to say as I think he's going to. Maybe of all people he'll play a role in Clara's campaign. Go away, leave me alone. Yep. Plague clouds, let's get out of here. I want to go back into Stabland. We got... Still got like 3 hours to kill. I took a little longer to get here than I probably should have. Let's just pop into that little area and go raid a house. I always feel jumpy around these guys. I always feel like they're always going to come straight after me. Who's next? I always feel jumpy because I've been surprise flamethrowered a number of times by those guys that now I never trust them when I would go by them. Because they just kill you instantly. More or less. The jury's been out a little bit as to why they killed me in the past. It might have been because there was a rat next to me and they killed the rat and then simultaneously killed me because they're just not the most sophisticated AI. Slash, the character doesn't care. But also might have been that I was just a little bit too infected as the Bachelor or something. Good to have this gun again. The shotgun's just so much more effective at destroying these guys instantly. Snuck up on me. I got me some crutches. They're crowbars, but they look like crutches. And I can never use them. Probably. Yeah, I probably won't get a chance to sell them, actually. You know what? I think that if I go to the Canes, it's an empty bottle. The empty bottles don't look like what I thought they would look like. Which admittedly, wasn't really me making assumptions. The thumbnail shows a completely different type of bottle. But every time I find a bottle, it's a weird perfume bottle looking thing. Oh, no drugs in this whole building. Oh no. Might have even been a net loss. No, they dropped money, probably, individually. Yeah. But yeah, if I go to the Canes, I might be able to, oh, the backside of the house. If I go to the Canes, there's probably guards around there. Usually. So I can probably trade the miscellaneous stuff there if I get a chance. Alright, we're a few houses deep. But most importantly, it's about to become 7 o'clock. Which is the moment I try not to accidentally edit past or anything. Ah! Jesus. Hi. I'm out of ammo, probably? No? Seems like he has a little more? Okay. We're back to the first layout I ever did. It all ends in less than 4 days. Quick save made the bell. In day 9, in which becomes apparent that the Haruspex will have to fight for the kin and the land of his ancestors. There we go. A new day. I guess I successfully reloaded, so I should be able to shoot again. I think we're out of enemies. Just on time to start the day, probably. I should probably be getting a letter right about now about what my objective is or whatever. I've already made a trip to the vendor. I'm already up to 6,500, and I've already made a trip because I've already made a trip to the vendor to sell what I had, and now it's about time for me to do that again, because I've been getting a lot of shit. Seems to be a well-to-do part of town, frankly. In this case, though, we conveniently have a vendor right here. That's been doing some of the legwork, and there's the letter. Timing. Howdy. Yeah, that's... so you can see what I sold to him already, to some extent. I sold him a knife, and I sold him 2 lockpicks. I sold him a repellent cape, which is... these are worth thousands. Finding clothes is a big deal. Got another one, actually. I have another repellent cape, that's why I sold him the one that I had before. The one I had in my inventory is now higher durability, without me having to repair it manually. Drapery. Yeah, it's not even... this one sucks. Oh well, we'll sell it. We'll sell that. No, not you. Get rid of all that kerosene. Stocked up a decent amount of that. That was like 1,000 right there. Boom. We got more of this stuff. It adds up. We got twirine, an excess of like sellable objects, really. Not in a big hurry to sell much else. Might be able to sell the twirine directly to the guy. I waited until 7 o'clock. I just want to get some time to get stuff done, but if I want to make a trip to Andre, the unfortunate thing is that I have to go all the way to the guys to trade to turn the organs into plants, then all the way back up to Andre here at the pub. And then I can trade, I should be able to trade the herbs for bullets, which might be a good idea, although I don't know how much I need bullets, honestly. It's a bachelor letter. The bachelor's letter, the army and the Inquisition. It is not simply the future of the town that we are to decide on. It's not merely the fate of a random settlement that hangs in the balance, but the fate of one of the last places left where this rapidly disappearing culture has survived. Societies that are able to direct their efforts to creating impossible things are obliterated within the merciless passage of history. The rulers lack even the nominal kind of authority. Aglaya's hands are tied. While she is still alive, she won't let the commander raise and demolish at will. However, keeping the military in check is a task that will claim the entirety of her attention. There are not that many people left here who are able to make meaningful decisions. This puts a great responsibility on us both. I suppose, unless one of the chess queens is removed from the board, their conflict will end in a stalemate. This will give us the opportunity to influence the ultimate decision. This may also lead to our demise. Be careful. Okay, not a real quest start yet. Alright. That works to my ends, though. I need to make a trip way on down there, or elsewhere, because I need to trade my stuff for organs. And then I need to make it to trip to my house to stash a lot of stuff, most likely. And then maybe the pub? So I'm gonna start doing that now. And by the time I'm done with that, hopefully quest letters will have come in. It's still only 7 in the morning. I've been busy, though. Artemy Burke, the surgeon, is hereby requested to report for service. Present yourself immediately at the headquarters of the 4th Army Commander, located at the Town Hall. Signed, Major General Alexander Block. Oh, Block's reaching out to me. Alright. So, right over there. Conveniently around the corner for me right now. That went alright. I was able to trade for like 15... I think I was able to get 15 brown, 15 black, and 9 bloody, which I traded for once. From the far right vendor of the 3. And then I traded the 9 bloody for a bunch of ammunition. Apparently, let's see. Yeah, I have 18 rifle rounds, 7 pistol rounds, 6 shotgun rounds. Come on. You guys couldn't make the shot either? Oh, that's 1,000. Damn. The apparent revelation here is that every organ you have is worth 1 bullet, no matter what the organ is. But every twirine you have, as in like the alcohol version, is worth 3 bullets. And all bullets are of equal value, evidently. At least according to this game at the moment, in, well, that vendor in particular. So I was able to get a fair amount. I basically got everything he had on him. No, thank you. Not in the mood right now. Block.
We fought a just, defensive war, and now they want to turn us into a punitive expedition. Into Korsman.
Alright. Talking to you for the first time and you're just expounding your backstory immediately. Alright. Archibald Burke, surgeon. Yes, that's me. You were recommended to me as an extraordinarily talented doctor who is also knowledgeable in the practices specific to this place. Were you born here? Yes, my parents come from the kin, and there's no need to roar, General. I can hear you just fine.
I'm suffocating.
I've heard reports about you. Is it true that you've managed to make a cure for the disease? Yes, it is. Good. This is very good. You deserve a commendation. Why? Because now, thanks to you, the Inquisitor has no reason to be here. She can end her short leave and march back to the scaffold. She won't be getting in my way, and that'll make things easier for us. To the scaffold? She is sentenced to death. Her leave here was the final chance for her to rehabilitate herself. She will be cleared of all charges if she finds a solution and wins. Otherwise, the verdict continues to apply. But she deserves it fully, so don't worry. Deserves it how? That's not what we're talking about at the moment. We're talking about your cure. I never conceived it as a tool of somebody else's execution. I find it puzzling that the Bachelor disregards this fact so easily. He's not as spirited as you are. Is there a way to make as much of this serum as of yours as possible? There's a chance, but it's elusive. Send soldiers to the Abattoir and demand the foreman grant you access to ancient blood. Ancient blood? What is this rubbish even supposed to mean? Blood can only be living. That you don't have to explain to me. And why is the chance elusive? That's the most curious part. Why is it still living and where is it stored? I've already sent troops to the Abattoir, lost 2 platoons there. We barely managed to get the professor out, the Bachelor. They beat us back. Huh. So they're in active conflict with the Abattoir already. And that's how the Bachelor was saved, was... They lost 2 platoons just in that progress? Naturally. I've heard that you are a steppe man yourself. Can you gain this subterranean foreman's trust and find out how to get the abominable blood? And how are you planning to handle it once you have it? You'll be the one to do the handling. I will simply report to the capital. Mission successful. Conscience clear. Obviously, I'll do it over the head of that scheming fox that wants to outsmart us all and profit from it too. She'll have us dance to her tune and make us think we're doing our duty, while playing directly into her hands. I see. I need results. Everything else is secondary, do you copy? Fine, and leave Aglaya alone.
Whose will was it that sent us to this plague-ridden hellhole? You're needed at the front line.
When are you going to bring news? Isn't the possibility of creating a serum enough? To kill the Inquisitor, yes, but it's not enough to save the population and localize the epidemic. Panacea isn't poison. How are you planning to kill Aglaia with it? It will happen automatically. If she returns to the capital with her mission failed, she loses her head in an hour. Mary runs the Bloody River and all that. The invention of a panacea is not a failure, it's a success. But not her success. It wasn't she that invented the panacea, was it? Her mission, by the way, is saving the town from destruction. If there's not enough panacea, I won't have the moral right to pull back my guns. Do you really want to destroy the town? No. Not at all. Yet you want Aglaia to die. My personal feelings are irrelevant. Only my duty is. I do indeed hate Aglaia. I can foresee her tricking me and turning my weapons against me. She will get what she wants, no matter what I do. I want her off the board, but no one's asking me what I want. Phew. Get shit on, dude. It's really trippy seeing the map, the game map just rendered in the game somewhere. Especially since it's so late in the game. Alright, another long trek. Not that long. We're going halfway across the map.